everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4, Kaiserreich Serbia. Let's continue on for last left off. So, we're doing alright. We invaded Austria. You still won't send me troops. I could get a bunch of divisions from Romania, but I'm thinking, like, does that even make sense for us to do right now? Probably not. I think I want Romania to keep their troops here. The problem, of course, is that just Greece doesn't want to send us any units to help out. And you are garbage. So we're going to keep pulling you back slightly for now. You have 3 divisions here. No, one of you also deploys towards the north. Deploy these 2 units. You guys are also going to deploy on this front line. Just to wherever you need to be. You're also going to fight this guy. Because he is in the mountains, which is unfortunate. Can any of you guys actually be upgraded? Not you. You can. We're going to go for recovery rate, I think. I think that seems okay. And with our dockyards, I guess we'll just make convoys. It's a weird choice, but I think it's the one that we want to make. For now, we want to trade with a neighbor. We'll trade with Greece. Get a little bit more steel for our rifles. And that should remove VMRO. Which is nice for us. A research slot? Quite nice. Yeah, research slot in the factory. We'll take that one for now. I mean, Bulgaria did just get cut in half. So, I mean, we'll definitely be able to take over these parts of, Hungary that the Romanians have claims on. Which will put us in a 2-faction war. Where, honestly, the division count is about equal. So we'll see how that kind of plays into things here. And, of course, once Hungary's dead, we can move our troops in probably a more advantageous position. Because Budapest probably is not going to be surviving that long. You guys are still doing fantastic. I would like to kick you out of here if that's at all possible. And I'm missing 215 rifles, which is really not good for us. We don't want any attacks going on at the moment. We're really just in a position... We can actually probably surround you. But I also don't want to lose Belgrade. For obvious reasons. You know, that'd be quite bad for us. We don't need the tungsten for right now, so we'll kind of ignore you. Yeah, like, Hungary's dead. How many troops do you guys have? 1 to 5? You have 2 to 12, but again, they're probably not going to be actually super active at the moment. You guys are actually leaving. You're Polish troops, aren't? No, you're Bohemian, I think. That is interesting for sure. I know we know that Hungary is going to be out of the war soon. There's no doubt about that. Which does, again, it puts us in a pretty even playing field, all things considered. When are you dead? You're dead. Never. Let's do something like this. Gonna surround on you. Might as well fight you for the moment. How long until Hungary is dead? They're 59, but I think as soon as they lose Budapest, that's it for them. And Greece, I still don't think wants to send any more troops. No, they still will not send any more. Actually, that's not true. Sometimes the AI will send me more, even if they say no on this. Yeah, no, they'll always say yes. Which works out well for me. They might want to call their units back. Yeah, no, so just if you're ever wondering, the AI will always say yes to that request. I don't care about this. You're still staying here. Actually, I prefer if you just left, to be quite honest. Might as well kill you while we're here as well. You're at negative 89. Greek units have moved into the territory. Okay, you actually did leave the province, which does help me out. I don't see any very clear openings at the moment. We can take Fume, get us around on this Bohemian unit. It does move us closer towards Trieste and some other major Austrian cities. Move your way up here. Okay, the Austrians did try to fix their little gap there. I'm surprised you haven't taken Budapest yet, though. I really thought that would be one of your first cities to conquer. Well, not first cities to conquer, but one of your first cities to actually maintain control over. And units are now moving upwards, which is nice for us. I mean, you're still moving a little bit slowly, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah, and Romania's getting some good foothold. If you could take over Lemberg, actually no, they probably still need to take Krakow to actually get those guys to capitulate, unfortunately. You should be wiped out in just a mere moment. You're doing pretty well here. I mean, taking Trieste would be nice. Lycian Lodometers at 80%. Hungary still looking quite bad. We've only lost 23,000 men, which really is not bad at all. And you will be wiped off the face of the earth in but a moment. You're all still here. Thank you. Go up towards Trieste and try to, like, secure this little patch of land here. We might be able to make a rush to Vienna. It's entirely possible. Because, again, Austria is the only actual major power in this faction. Yeah, they still haven't taken Budapest. Fantastic. You guys push here, you push here. I don't know where that cavalry unit is going. I mean, you're already here. Okay. 3 to 15 for Bozen is quite important. We might need that city. Sure, just throw another one of the convoys. We really don't have a lot of them right now. You should be killed soon as well. You can probably make some sort of maneuver like that. You come up to here. I'm going to run my way towards the German border. We have enough troops that we should be able to actually kind of fill up that line. Nobody around this province, please. It makes no sense. You fight him. You keep moving your way up towards Salzburg. And really, I could not ask for a better war right now. Now that you guys are here, all of you are on that front, please. All of you are here. I'm going to send 1 infantry to take these cities. And I think you can probably just go Salzburg, Linz, Vienna. And then you go to there and then to Graz. It might work, dude. It might work. We've already gotten Austria down to 74%. They're going to be fighting against Hungary. Okay, they are sending some units in. Which is not great, but it could be worse. They're actually not even trying to move their way into the city. Or to clean up. Not clean up. To actually close this gap. You actually might be able to take Vienna and then go to Graz anyways. To be quite honest with you, you're at 66%. You're still on your way to Bozon. Fall back 1 province. Yeah, and you're trying to clean, or not clean, you're trying to get your way up over to there. Honestly, there's no reason for me to move on the Hungarian border. We will go to Graz, though. We actually might not even need to get the Graz. Nah, you still go to Graz, then go to Vienna. Your units are moving your way into the territory. Okay, you're at 62. You need... How many command powers do you need? You need 40? Wait, no, 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 no. Are you sick? You are sick. Okay, we actually need something different then. We'll put you in charge. You're just going to last stand for the moment to make sure we don't lose any of these territories. Even though realistically we probably should. You come into here. You've now taken this city. We've gotten you down to now 54%. And you're still making your way into here. A little bit slower than I would like otherwise, but... Yeah, you might as well take both these areas. Even if I could, like, force attack you, I would. Austria and Germany sue for peace. The tyrannical Habsburg monarchy troops have been beaten to the field due to our glorious liberating armies. Even though we wish to sue for peace, we also have to run to the Germans for protection. Even though they wish to sue for peace, they've also run to Germans for protection. German empires agreed to allow us to claim, which do not impede on any core Austrian land so long as we make peace. Failure to do so would mean war with the entire Reichspakt. Well, I'm going to save again, because we're cowards. Serbia refuses peace. I'm just curious. If we do choose this... Yeah, no, you just joined the Reichspakt, which means, Greece has also agreed to peace, so they've now left. So yeah, no, we're not going to be doing that one, because going to war with the entirety of, But does that mean peace with, Does that mean peace with Hungary? Because Hungary's technically not in the faction. But actually, it's probably actually just like a event peace. We'll see. We will agree to their terms. Whenever they actually eventually give us those terms. We'll go with you. We did get an extra research slot. We'll go for better artillery. And the Treaty of Budapest. A magnificent victory. We still have some more claims there that I would like to take, but I guess we are... Austria has also joined the Reichspakt. I guess because they've lost so badly. But now... we cannot do it because we don't own you. No. What's we not own to form Yugoslavia? Oh, we don't own this territory. Okay. We'll get that from the Austrians in the war. Or from the, Hungarians whenever we win here. Because Hungary has absolutely no chance of survival. But I do need to spend a... If I form Yugoslavia... Yeah, because you're all incredibly expensive. Okay. Okay. But it does mean that the Reichspakt is incredibly powerful right now. Like, all of you guys should be on... I mean, how close are you guys actually surrendering? Like, you've got to be pretty close. Sure, Bohemia, for the time being, we can have a non-aggression pact. Not a huge deal. We might even want to end up joining an alliance with, like, the Russians at some point. Just re-invading Germany in the future. We're at 66,000. We're basically at our, like, cap right now. Again, our population is just so small. It's really unfortunate. Keep marching away towards Budapest. And we're going to be in just an absolutely spectacular position. I really wish we could have taken more of Austrian territory. But yeah, like, fighting a war against Germany was just it's a non-starter, really. Like, we can't invoke the War Measures Acts. That's okay. Budapest, like, how do you not take Budapest? There's nobody in Budapest. We're at 97, 98. Technically, we have done 20... Oh, no, we've done 13%. But the war is over. We'll take over here and here. I think those make sense for ourselves. Romania will take over everything on, let's say, this side of the river. In Austria, you can have the rest. Never mind, you can't have the rest. Because technically you didn't conquer this territory. The game doesn't want to give it to you. But I'm going to give it to you anyways, because those are going to make the borders look a lot nicer. Just like that. I'm sure Greece is probably going to want to call all their units back. But now, for the political power, we can now form Yugoslavia, which does change our flag. But that's okay. After that, we shall begin to integrate these territories. We'll go Bosnia first. We have a lot of civilian factories we're not doing anything with, so let's build some factories in Bosnia, because that's where we got a nice bonus. And we can also join the Entente or join the Moscow Accord. And actually, joining the Entente is an interesting choice. I'm actually, if we join the Russian faction, obviously, we will be getting involved in then probably another war with Germany. But the Reichspakt at the moment is big. That's a beefy Reichspakt right there. So I don't trust my chances. So you know what? Let's try like an Entente campaign. It's definitely a bit of a weird choice here, but Greece will also probably join the Entente. Russia's offered us an alliance. Too late, I've already made up my mind. Infrastructure, air experience. And last time we played Balkan Nation, last time we played Romania, I think we did join up with the Russians. So, you know, just doing anything a little bit differently, I think, works out well for us. Not works out well, but, you know, it's a change of pace. We can also invite a lot of people to the Balkan Research Initiative, which is interesting, actually. I feel like that isn't the way that's supposed to work. But it's no big deal. Invitation to IEDC. Sure, we'll invest 50. So we can actually do the IEDC and the Balkan Initiative. Like, we can actually join, like, both. Resource gain. Factory output 10%. Yeah, no, factory output definitely seems to be the way we want to go with this. So now that we have joined our way with the Entente, our future, of course, is going to involve conflict with the Internationale. There's really no other way to say that. So, we got preparing probably for an invasion just around Ancona and Ravenna. Also, how are you guys losing the war? How is America still going to lose the war? Amazing. We don't want to leave the IEDC for obvious reasons. We can also join the Academic Council. So can we actually double down? Because we get a research bonus here. But we also get a research bonus if they invite them to the Balkan Research Initiative. So we can actually get, like, research discounts, right? But if we made them join the Balkan Initiative, will this actually do it again? Maybe, I think, which is interesting. We're not training troops. I know we're not. We actually have enough rifles. We can actually train probably, let's say, 3 more infantry divisions for right now. So we should probably prepare a naval invasion to Ancona. Actually, no, to Ravenna. We'll assign, let's say, you two for that. Never mind, we won't because we don't have naval invasion tech, which makes a lot of sense because we start off as a landlocked nation. So we got Hungary now. Slovakia, Bohemia. Like, maybe at some point we'll invade the Austrians again with the backing of the Entente after the Second Weltkrieg. We'll kind of have to see how that goes. The Ottomans are doing, I think, okay. Maybe. Are you, which faction are you in? You're in the Cairo Pact? It's a little bit hard to say. I'm not too sure which way you guys will necessarily swing for the time being. I think, is this the first time we've ever willingly joined the Entente? It might be, honestly, the first time we've joined the Entente as a faction that didn't start off in the Entente. I think it is, which is, yeah, no, I think it is. No, the Carlists. We play the Carlists. We joined up with the Entente because that's really the only faction route you can go with them. So there's the one time we've ever joined up with the Entente willingly. For right now, still getting you researched. Aircraft. The thing with aircraft really is just that we want to make more rifles right now. Canada, who are you at war with? You're at war with the West Indies Federation. Right. Okay. Yeah, sure. We'll join your war. This is technically an offensive war, so we are losing a little bit of war support, but it's not a big deal. Like, how many troops do you have? 1 to 5. I'd be amazed if Venezuela does not just take over the territory there. But of course, we will see. We'll also go for the 2 military factories. And I guess with those 2 military factories, I do feel okay starting to train up some fighters. Even though these fighters are hot garbage, we're actually going to make them interwar bombers. Yeah, just something like that. Seems like an okay place for us to start. Computing machine is nice, and we'll use that to go for the production 50 cap plus 10%. I know these are very, very expensive technologies, but I still think it's worthwhile for us to get them. Do you have any intention of invading the CSA? The answer is maybe. Maybe. You haven't done the crossing the borders quite yet, but you might do it depending on how the CSA actually goes. Because I'm leaning towards the United States probably not surviving, seeing as they have lost the entirety of New England. Now you're embracing pluralism. That can lead to you actually making just like one big country with all your little satellite states, which would be interesting, for sure. Yeah, you're all now part of... You're a member of Middle Europa. You're, of course, the leader of Middle Europa. For some reason, you two aren't, but I'm assuming because they're puppet states that kind of formed after the start of the game. We need so much political power to actually core all this stuff. Captain Cordeaux forces Carl's abdication, so you have gone... Have you gone legionary quite yet? I mean, I think so, right? Like, the legionaries are now in charge of Romania. And you're still fighting your way down in Turkestan. You didn't actually get anybody else to join your faction. We don't know if you got expansions or realpolitik. Either way, I don't think it makes any actual difference. Yeah, build some factories on the border here. Yeah, and I think we just save our points to kind of core stuff. It's really got to be the best option we have. Yeah, and you guys don't want the occupation, but sucks for you. We were going to occupy you no matter what. That's 80. Right now we're getting 0.96. And we're getting Bosnia as a bit of a penalty. One of our leaders is a bit of a penalty as well. We actually can't. We can only do this if we're actually in a faction with Romania. I'm gonna spend the power because I'm curious if we do this. If we go to research, because right now we're getting a bonus for you because Canada has motorized infantry researched. So I'm curious if we invite you and you agree, if we get another bonus on top of that. Because if we do, that's quite powerful and maybe a little bit broken. Because it makes no sense why we're inviting people to our research organization, seeing as we're not really the leader of any major faction. Infantry assault attack plus 10%? Yeah, no, absolutely, I'll take that. No questions asked. So now we're going to go for a little bit of fighter support. And also just some support equipment. Just started kind of getting that in production, even though we don't really have a template for them quite yet. So in one day... I don't know if they said yes. Well, let's see. Do we have another bonus here? We do. It does double stack, which is insane. But I think that for right now is going to be a good time for us to end this episode. So thanks for watching. My name is If you've enjoyed, my thumbs up. If not, you can always thumb down. If you want to subscribe, and goodbye.